Hare Krishna, my dear Prabhus, dear Matajis. Good morning. Thank you for joining our morning japa session. Again, that is 5:30 to 7 o'clock a.m. If you wish to join, you can log in and log out anytime, or you can chant with us for the rest of the 1.5 hour. And welcome to our Monk in the Middle podcast, the study of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna, Moksha Lakshmi Mataji, Rasarani Mataji. Back to Oliver, back to Paolo, back to Rodel, back to Chantal, back to Jonah, back to Riza. Those who are watching our sessions in Facebook Live and the recordings, Hare Krishna. And of course, our dear Navadip Chandrabu, good morning. You know the drill. We should be in the right mood, in the mood of request, in the mood of humility. So join me as we recite the invocation mantras. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narotamam Devim Sarasvatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashta Prayashu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. I offer my obeisances to the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vasudev. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the Personality of Godhead Narayan, unto Nara Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering of service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. So previously in our session, we discussed about the creation because it answers the question ni Narada Muni regarding um, Yata Shrishtam, the creation of the universe. And Lord Brahma was the one explaining it to Narada Muni. And previously, he, this, how do you call this? Um, he explained na hindi siya, he is not the supreme creator. He's just the secondary creator. And um, in contradiction dun sa belief ng iba na since si Lord Brahma yung nag-create, siya yung supreme God. So si Lord Brahma mismo nagsabi no na hindi siya supreme creator. And he explained, nag-backtrack siya, paano pa siya na-create? Paano siya lumabas? And we discussed about Krishna's expansion. From Krishna, there was an expansion and another expansion. Tapos ando si Karana Dakasha Vishnu. And from him, this pradhan, this material nature, this is like subtle na material creature, material creation, um, was being glanced by him. It became Mahatattva and he impregnated the material creation with the souls by his glance. And also time came there, so it moves. So from there, diniscuss din natin kung saan nanggaling yung paano nagsimula yung ahankara or false ego. And from sound, we discuss also how it evolves sa creation. And of course, in the annihilation, pagtapos is babalik ulit dun sa sound. Sound, ether, touch, air, form, fire, taste, water, smell, and earth. And discuss din natin kung paano from Lord Brahma, lumabas yung mga demigods. And even si Lord Brahma, one of the principal ng 10 principal demigods that are assigned and may duty siya in this creation. So, he is explaining about the creation of the universe kay Narada Muni, pero in-explain pa niya, may onting backtrack din siya. So, we are entering the realm sa ating text number 32 of the Srimad Bhagavatam 2nd Canto, the Cosmic Manifestation. Chapter 5, the Cause of All Causes. Text number 32, translation. O Narada, best of the transcendentalists, the forms of the body cannot take place as long as these created parts, namely the elements, senses, mind, and modes of nature, are not assembled. So from the creation, andun na yung mga different ingredients. Andun na yung mga elements. Exact, this is 23 elements. It will be discussed further sa Sankhya philosophy sa 3rd canto ng Bhagavatam. In detail yun. So here, andun na yung mga elements, pero it will not be assembled kapag walang person who will assemble it. Just like the perfect example given by Srila Prabhupada here, like motor car parts. Andun na lahat. You have the engine, the wheels, the steering wheel, the radiator. So, lahat pa ng parts na pwede mo makita dun sa car. Andun siya. Nasa assembly line. Nakapila. Pero if it is just there, tapos hindi siya i-assemble, hindi mo siya magagamit. Same thing with the material creation. Andun na yung mga elements, pero kailangan siyang i-assemble. So here, sabi ni Prabhupada, when the car is ready, the driver sits in the car and moves it as he desire. So, the creation is like that as well. So, sino pa rin yung the greatest na mag-assemble nun? Si Krishna. And nag-take part din doon si Lord Brahma as the secondary creator, as na is sa nag-assemble. So here, Srila Prabhupada was emphasizing the living entity is as if seated on the machine of the body, and the car of the body is moving by the control of the material nature. Just as the railway trains are moving under the direction of the controller. So, the car or this material nature, andito yung mga conditions, yung mga souls. And because they were put there, we are put here, we are conditioned because of our in contact natin sa material nature. But also, because of the soul, nagkakaroon ng movement yung body na to. Just like the car, pag nagkaroon ng soul, or yung car, pag nilagay mo dun yung nag-drive, doon siya mag-move. However, the less intelligent people thinks na yung car na to, siya rin yung body. So, yung mga sabi ni Prabhupada dito, sobrang it's a little bit heavy. The less intelligent material scientists cannot understand the process of assembling the body the parts of the body, namely senses, mind, and qualities of the material modes. So, hindi nila nagigets basta-basta yon. Ang naisip nila, pag inassemble mo na yung isang mga bagay, mag-move na siya. There should be the spiritual spark, the driver dun sa car. There should be the spiritual spark, the soul inside this body para mag-move siya. And that is the very basic ng yoga philosophy, ng spiritual knowledge. Knowing that we are not the body, we are the spirit soul. So, si Srila Prabhupada is explaining here that si Krishna gave us freedom, just like the driver, may direction, pero hawak niya yung manibela. Us, here in the material world, here in the material body, may direction tayo, supposedly, dahil sa Srimad Bhagavatam, pero hawak pa rin natin yung manibela natin. That is what we call freedom, or free will. A little freedom, a little free will, and of course, it will be the make or break kung saan ka pupunta in your material life. And hindi ginagalaw ni Krishna yung free will na yun. Just like a father, binibigyan niya ng playthings daw yung child. Binibigyan niya ng, kasi desire eh. Desire ng father yon, ay desire ng bata yon. But this is still material world. A few examples was there given. Kunyari, the father and child. Yung child, sabihin mo ng toddler, gusto niya mag-drive ng sasakyan nung sa dad niya. Pero of course, hindi niya magagawa yan. It's too dangerous. Hindi niya abot. Basically, hindi niya abot. Hindi niya abot yung pedals, hindi abot yung manibela. Hindi siya makakakita. So the father, the father did is, binigyan siya ng toy car. Yung pwede niya sakyan. Tapos, oh sige, gamitin mo to. Then, one Sunday, they have to go to the temple. Galing sila sa Apasan. Medyo malapit na ano lang dito. So, when they're driving, we're about to go here pala. Sabi nung anak, hindi, dad, gagamitin yung kotse ko. Pero yung kotse na yun, alam mo yung may pedal, tapos kunyari kotse siya, parang bike car. Ganun. Okay, sabi nung dad, sige, mapapagod ka. Tapos, ginawa nung dad, tumandar siya gamit yung kotse, nasa sidewalk yung bata with that toy car. So, umaandar na umaandar. Tapos, tinapalo lang yung dad yung anak niya. After few yards, 100 yards siguro, napagod na yung bata. Daddy, sakay na ako. Sakay mo yung kotse ko sa kotse mo. Same thing. Ganun yung point of view ni Krishna seeing us. Ganun din yung desire natin na we want to lord it over this material nature. Para lang tayo nasa toy car. Gusto natin yung desire na bibigyan ni Krishna, sige. Tapos papanoorin niya tayo. Tulungan niya tayo. Hindi kanya kukontrain na wag mo gawin. That's your free will. Ginawa ng bata. Of course, hindi siya basta-basta makakarating dito. Papago siya ng todo. Or kung talaga yung right destination niya, kung malayo talaga pupunta, sabi mong Baguio. Never. Diba? With that. Same thing with us. Yung facility na meron tayo is just like the same scenario. So, after some time, we have to go back to Krishna. We have to go back to the car para makabalik dun. So, ano lang to, kumbaga, it's a practice. It's a practice yung sa material world. Pero you have to know na may free will and you have to decide. Just like the the boy, napagod siya. Okay, kailangan ko na sumakay sa kotse. Kailangan ma-realize yun. Parang laro lang to mundong to. But you have, of course, to be responsible. Text number 33. Thus, when all this became assembled by force of the energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, this universe certainly came into being by accepting both the primary and secondary causes of creation. So, yes, those are different causes of creation. From Mahavishnu, he lies down sa water ng Mahatattva or the causal ocean. Gaano ka liit lang yon? Like the whole creation, parang may clouds. Tapos, minsan magkakaroon ng shade. So, ganoon lang daw yung material creation. Sa whole creation ni Krishna sa most spiritual world. And si Garbhodakasha Vishnu, pagka-breathe out ni Mahavishnu, sobrang, sobrang far out. When Mahavishnu inhale, lahat ng mga universes babalik. When he exhales, lahat ng mga universes will go out. Then inhale ulit. That is the creation and annihilation. Meron ding partial creation and annihilation inside different universes. Pero yung total creation and annihilation is when Mahavishnu breathes. So, yun talagang grabing breath of God yun. Grabing pranayama yun, di ba? Siguro may ganun din in the ano, no, in the proportion ng tao with the bacteria and ano. So yes, Garbhodakasha Vishnu, from his navel, lumabas si Lord Brahma. And that is the expansion of Mahavishnu in all the universes. So we have the secondary and primary causes of creation. Text number mm, 34. Thus all the universes remain thousands of aeons within the water, the coastal ocean, and the Lord of living beings entering in each of them caused them to be fully animated. So after Mahavishnu, Garbhodakasha Vishnu, lahat ng mga living entities kasama natin si Kshirodakasha Vishnu, another expansion ni Krishna. So, yes, because andito si Garbhodakasha Vishnu, nagkaroon ng animation, hindi animation na cartoons. Nag-move, nagkaroon um, ng life, yung material creation. And text number 35. The Lord Mahavishnu, although lying in the coastal ocean, came out of it, and dividing himself as Hiranyagarbha or Garbhodakasha Vishnu. He entered into each universe and assumed the Virat Rupa with thousands of legs, arms, mouths, and heads. So this will be explained in a while. So in as we could recall from that elements, it should be assembled by Krishna's energy. Then from there, actually thousands of years, um, si Garbhodakasha Vishnu will enter dun sa each universes. Then nandun yung creation from Lord Brahma. So kumbaga ayun yung exhale ni Mahavishnu. Doon nangyayari yung mga creation na yun. Tapos, pag mag-exhale, inhale siya, wala. Kasi ano na yun, annihilation na ng mga universes. So, same thing, parang, ano to, relativity of time. The length of the time ng mga bacteria, the whole lifetime na nila yun. Ang dami na nangyari. Same thing with the animals, like the dogs, 13, 14 years or 10 years. From bata siya, ilang months, 1-year-old, adult na siya. Nag-puberty na siya. Sa atin, that would be teenager, teenager na. Ganun din kay Lord Brahma or sa demigod. 6 months, 6 months dito, 1 day nila. Another 6 months, 1 night. What more pa pagdating kay Lord Brahma? What more pa pagdating kay Mahavishnu? So, in detail, nag-zoom in yung explanation ni Lord Brahma, and it will be discussed by Navadip Chandra Prabhu, the process ng Virat Rupa, description of the Virat Rupa. Navadip Chandra Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Pleasant morning to everyone. So we are here now in the good morning, Radhacharan Prabhu. And good morning, everyone. So we are here now in the description of the universal form or the Virat Rupa. And this part is medyo informative. Uh, pag mm, personally ako pag sinabi kong informative, medyo uh, ano ano ba to? Hindi ko masyadong gusto. Pero kailangan nating malaman. Pero before that is yung sa text 37 kasi ang babasahin natin is text 37 to 42. Yeah. And then um sinabi dito ay basahin natin. 37. The Brahmanas represent his mouth, the Kshatriyas his arms, and the Vaishyas his thighs, and the Sudras are born of his legs. Itong buong purport ni Prabhupada actually very very important, and kumbaga parang hindi siya parang mahirap siyang hindi basahin, kailangan natin basahin. Pero ang sinabi dito kasi sinasabi dito ni Prabhupada is itong Varna Ashram is a constitutional arrangement of Krishna. Constitutional kasi hindi siya mababago, yun na yun. And yun yung talaga yung nature niya na klase ng system or arrangement. Actually, sabi nga ni mismo ni Krishna sa Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, text 13, according to the three modes of material nature and the work associated with them, the four divisions of human society are created by me. And although I am the creator of this system, you should know that I am none, yet the non-doer, being unchangeable. Ang ibig niya sabihin doon is I have created the system of Varna Ashram, and according to guna or the quality, and then according to karma or yung activities. So, yun nga yung mga natural yung situated yung particular varna natin or yung occupation. And then ano kinalaman natin doon? So ito na 'yon. The mouth sa purport pa rin ni Prabhupada sa text 37. The mouth of the body and legs are of the body are non-different constitutionally. But the mouth or the head of the body is qualitatively more important than the legs. At the same time, the mouth, the legs, and the arms and the thighs are all component parts of the body. These limbs of the body of the Lord are meant to serve the complete whole. The mouth is meant for speaking and eating. The arms are meant for protection of the body, and legs are meant for carrying the body, and waist of the body is meant for maintaining the body. So in that part, lahat may kanya-kanyang lahat may kanya-kanyang role play. So ito nga yon yung mga each and every part na yung brahmanas is the mouth or the head, and the satriyas is the arm, and the vaishyas is the thighs, and sabi nga din dito is yung bandang waist kasi bandang stomach yun eh. Kumbaga even sa yoga, laging malakas yung core mo, yon maintained yung yung health. Kasi merong diyan yung chakra diyan na kailangan clockwise yung ikot niya. Pag clockwise yung ikot niya, ibig sabihin healthy yon. So pag counterclockwise daw yung ikot niya nung chakra na yon is unhealthy, of course. So alam yan ng mga yogis natin. So and then yun nga, even sa digestion natin is the whole re-rely yung buong body doon sa ganda ng digestion ng stomach. And then siya yung nagbibigay ng nourish. Pero bago mangyari yon, kailangan mapunta muna sa mouth. So and that is a brahmana may kanya-kanya talagang position or kanya-kanyang gawain. And then sabi nga yung satriya is arms or meaning protection. Pag sinabi ngang sat means chat pala. Kshatriya. Shat means hurt, and triya is protect. So hurt sabi nga is to protect from hurting. So, lagi ganun yung mga satriya is magpo-protect sila. So, yun yung arms. So, makikita natin sa mga human society is laging may mga ganong nature na occupation yung mga tao or nature nila inclined sila doon. Parang pinanganak pa lang sila, alam mo na ito medyo intelligent, medyo intelligent class to o more on academic or something. And then meron naman yung mga uh, matapang, kahit masugatan, okay lang, mga satria or gusto nilang mag-lead lagi and ano to, yung incline sila sa administration to help the people. And then meron naman is bata pa lang magaling na sa business. So kahit anong gawin, patok sa kanya, kahit anong maisip niya, pumapatok yung business eh. So yun yung mga vice siya or uh, inclined sila doon sa pag-maintain ng society, producing agriculture and all. So yon. Sabi nga the real vice siya is yung kunyari pako. Yung pako na yon the same uh, item, dadalhin niya lang sa kabilang place, magkakaroon na ng malaking profit. So ganon kagaling yung mga Vaishya. And then the Sudras, um, actually, sinasabi natin madalas na okay, lower class yung Sudra or uh, ano sila, yung laborer. Pero actually, napaka-importante ng Sudras. And sabi nga, high din yung quality ng Sudra. Ang Sudra kasi is um, kumbaga parang sa atin, pwede natin sabihin, ayoko sa part ng Sudra. Pero actually, napaka-high ng quality ng Sudra. Meaning, they are submissive. Whatever you told to them or whatever you ask them na instruction and all or you're asking a favor for them, they don't question. They just follow. They accept. Ganun ka-high yung consciousness ng Sudra. So they are ano pa rin ano to high. Kailangan pa rin importante sila yung ganung klase ng consciousness. Tayo pag inutusan tayo, bakit? Sinong ibang gagawa niyan? So lower than the Sudra tayo, wala tayo doon. So pero all of this is we can see and we have to develop the qualities of all this. Sabi nga yung Vaishnava or devotee is above dun sa tatlo ay sa apat na yan, or sabi higher than the brahmana, something like that. Pero um, at least kailangan pa rin natin magkaroon ng ganong quality, maabot yung quality nung brahmana. Sabi nga ni Prabhupada actually is uh, yung International Society for Krishna Consciousness is a factory of first class men. Sabi nga, yun yung aim niya na magkaroon ng first class brahmana or first class gentleman, you can say. So, in that way, um, yun, magagawa natin yung mga kanya-kanyang nature natin or kanya-kanyang occupation. Sabi dito, sa purport pa rin ni Prabhupada sa text 37, the intelligent class in society therefore must speak on behalf of the body as well as accept foodstuff to satisfy the hunger of the body. The hunger of the Lord is to accept the fruits of sacrifice. The brahmanas or intelligent class must be very expert in performing such sacrifices, and the subordinate class must join in such sacrifices. To speak for the Supreme Lord means to glorify the Lord by means of propagating the knowledge of the Lord as it is, but broadcasting the factual nature of the Lord and the factual position of all other parts of the whole body. So yun, na yun yung especially yung gawain ng brahmanas na i-propagate yung glory si Krishna. And siya nga yung siya nga yung talagang more on sa intelligent, and then the three, the Satriya and the Vaishya and the Sudras will help, or yun nga, will help the head to flourish, yung para maging lahat, uh, kapaki-pakinabang, or for the benefit of the whole body. And then dito pa rin sa purport ni Prabhupada sa text 37. The Brahmanas therefore are required to know the Vedas, or the ultimate source of knowledge. Veda means knowledge, and Anta, so sinasabi dito yung Vedanta. And Anta means the end of it. According to Bhagavad Gita, the Lord is the source of everything. Aham Sarvasya Prabhava. And thus the end of all knowledge, Vedanta, is to know the Lord, to know our relationship with Him, and to act according to the relationship only. So yun yung ibig sabihin dito, kaya ina-explain yung apat na occupation is to connect to the Lord, ano yung relationship natin sa Kanya, and paano tayo mag-connect sa Kanya in terms of our nature, in terms of our position. Position is the brahmachari, um, brahmachari, grihasta, banaprasa, and sannyas. So, yun lagi, napaka-importante ng varna, ashram, dharma. Para alam natin, may clue tayo kung paano tayo ko-connect kay Krishna. Ano bang connection ko as a brahmana, as a brahmana, and at the same time as a grihasta brahmana? Ano bang connection ko as a brahmachari? Ano bang connection ko as a sannyasi and all? So, ganon. And then, sabi niya dito, the parts of the body are related to the body. Similarly, the living being must know his relationship with the Lord. The human life is especially meant for this purpose, namely to know the factual relationship of every living being with the Supreme Lord. Without knowing this relationship, the human life is spoiled. Ngayon, actually makikita nyo, yung spiritual master, very expert sa uh, ano to, kung saan niya tayo ilalagay, or kung ano yung nature natin, kung paano niya tayo i-engage. Yun yung guidance natin. Guru, sadhu, and sastra. Alam nila kung saan tayo i-engage. Alam nila kung saan yung nature natin. So, in that way, na ano to, yung nagkakaroon ng magandang meaning, or yung meaning yung buong ano natin, yung buong nature natin. And then sabi nga dito is more on dito sa part ng more on ina-emphasize talaga yung yung brahmana. Sa 37 pa rin na purport. The intelligent class of men, the brahmanas, are therefore especially responsible for broadcasting the knowledge of our relationship with the Lord and leading the general mass of people to the right path. The administrative class is meant for protecting the living beings so that they can serve this purpose. The mercantile class is meant for producing food grains and distributing them to the complete human society. And so that the whole population is given a chance to live comfortably and discharge the duties of human life. The mercantile class is also required to give protection to the cows in order to get sufficient milk and milk products, which alone can give the proper health and intelligence to maintain a civilization perfectly meant for knowledge of the ultimate truth. So lahat may may kanya-kanya. Yun nga. Importante lahat yung position ng bawat isa eh. Na kung walang mag nagpo-produce ng ganyan. Like kung laging sabihin natin na, okay, lahat tayo, Brahmana, lahat tayo magbasa or ano, more on ano, more on studies and all and uh, yung mga spiritual things. And then, sino magpo-provide nung ano, sino mag-agriculture? Kung walang ganung may gusto o nature na ganon, walang magpo-provide. So andun papasok yung mga ano, yung mga iba't ibang position which is the mercantile or the vaishya. So they produce agriculture and all. And then there's a protection by the Satriya. And there's a help of the Sudra by helping in a labor part. And says here that in the labor class who were neither intelligent nor powerful can help by the physical service to the higher classes and thus be benefited by cooperation. Therefore, the universe is a complete unit in relation with the Lord. And without this relationship, the Lord, with the Lord, the whole human society is disturbed and is without any peace and prosperity. This is, yun nga, na-confirm nga siya sa, ano, sa Bhagavad Gita. So, yun. Pero, actually, merong two classes of Varnashram. The first types of the Varna and Ashram is yun nga yung Daivi or divine. In other words, everybody in the Varna or the Daivi is following the four regulative principles. So yun yung divine part. Kasi makikita naman natin in a material world, meron naman talagang ano Varna or meron naman talagang nature yung mga tao eh. Meron yung pulis, merong mga pare, merong mga businessman, and then merong mga laborer. Nature talaga yon, makikita mo na sa whole society na meron talaga kahit wala silang alam sa Vedas. So nature yon. Kaso ang different if we are not doing that for the supreme is asuri ang tawag doon, or if we are not following the four regulative principles and we are just working according to our own uh, profit or our own enjoyment, asuri yung tawag doon. Kasi makikita nyo yung sinabi is asura is demon. Asura is not the actual demon actually. Asura is a consciousness of a demon or demoniac nature. Demoniac nature means enjoying propensities, enjoying without the Lord. Kaya nga si Ravan is Asura, or hindi siya the actual demon, but the consciousness of that demon is I'm enjoying Sita without the Lord, without Ram, or I'm enjoying Lakshmi or the fortune or the money without the presence of God. Pinagpaguran ko to, gagamitin ko to for my own enjoyment. Kaya ngayon, ang ano natin, ang mindset natin, yes, this is whatever yung mga nasa possession ko ngayon, it's not mine. It came from the Lord. It came from the mercy of Krishna. Without my healthy body and without the intelligence He gave me, hindi ko ma-acquire to. So I want to give it back to Him in a form of devotional service, in a form of taking care of my subordinates and leading them back to Krishna. Laging ganon. Laging binabalik kay Krishna. Otherwise, if we just try to enjoy everything on our own, it's binding. And binding means we stay here in this material world, and material world means suffering, birth and death, old age, disease and death, hot and cold, happiness, distress, anxiety. So laging dualities lang, paikot-ikot lang tayo doon. And sabi nga, we're almost rotten. So, millions, billions of years na tayo nandito paulit-ulit na naging babae na lagi kasi sabi ni sino to ni Radhacharan Prabhu na naging babae na tayo, naging lalaki na, naging hari na, naging uh, ano na, lahat napuntahan na natin. So yun. And punta na tayo sa text 38. Text 38. 38. The lower so ang sinasabi dito kanina is yung the Varna. Ngayon, ang babanggitin na dito is yung planetary system. Yung from the head up to the legs. So, basahin natin. The lower planetary system is text 38. The lower planetary system up to the limit of the earthly stratum are said to be situated in his legs. The middle planetary system, beginning from Buvarloka, are situated in his navel. And still higher planetary system occupied by the demigods and highly cultured sages and saints are situated in the chest of the Supreme Lord. And then basahin natin yung purport. There are 14 spheres of planetary system within the universe. The lower system are called Burloka, the middle system are called Buvarloka, and the higher planetary system is Brahmaloka. The highest planetary system of the universe are called Swarloka, and all of them are situated on the body of the Lord. In other words, no one within this universe is without a relationship with the Lord. So lahat yon may relationship kay Krishna kahit um, impersonalist na ayaw maniwala or yung atheist na ayaw maniwala kay Krishna or even impersonalist na gustong mag-merge kay Krishna na ang inisip ng impersonalist is yes, there's God and if I'll do such thing, I'll become God sooner or later. That's why so-called they are performing the so-called spirituality. So yun yung impersonalist. So ito, sabi din dito sa text 39, from the forefront of the chest up to the neck of the universal form of the Lord are situated the planetary system named Janaloka, Tapaloka, where Satyaloka in the topmost planetary system is situated on the head of the form. The spiritual planets, however, are eternal. So pinapakita dito, Nabali, Prabhu, ano ba yung mga pinagsasabi mo? Hindi na namin maabot yan. Masyado ng technical. Pero ang point dito is yung ina-explain dito na para doon sa mga impersonalists na andoon pa rin si Lord. Hindi ka basta, okay, pag nag-inhale si Mahavishnu, papasok tayo doon. Pero hindi tayo magiging si Mahavishnu. Andoon ka lang. Yun yung sinasabi ni Radhacharan Prabhu. And then, but that's all yung sabi nga lahat ng mga sinasabi na to is this is all temporary. Yung even this material creation is temporary. Ang yung sabi the topmost planetary system is situated on the head of form. The spiritual planets, however, are eternal. Hindi yung sinasabi ni Radhacharan Prabhu na hindi siya subjected sa annihilation. Yung Goloka Vrindavan, yung Vaikunta, hindi siya subjected uh, sa annihilation, even that partial annihilation or even the whole annihilation. No. Pero yung mga itong sinasabi na to na 14 planetary system from hellish to heaven is temporary. So yon. Sabi dito sa purport sa text 39, This material world is only a shadow phantasmagoria of the spiritual kingdom of the Lord. And because it is a shadow, it is never eternal. The variegatedness in the material world or duality, spirit and matter, cannot be compared to that the spiritual world. Because of a poor fund of knowledge, less intelligent persons sometimes mistake the condition of the shadow world to be equivalent to those of the spiritual world. And thus they mistake the Lord and his pastime in this material world to be one with the conditioned soul and their activities. The Lord condemns such less intelligent person in the Bhagavad Gita. He says here, whenever the Lord incarnates, he does so in his full internal potency, Atmamaya, and less intelligent person mistake him to be one of the material creation. So yun, kasi nga sobrang pinapakita yung the whole gaano kalaki si Krishna or yung creation niya eh. Pero and then makikita natin sa chapter sa 10th canto is oh, bakit si Krishna naglalaro lang? Nakikipaglaro lang sa mga cowherd boy. Yung supreme personality of Godhead na nag-create ng lahat-lahat ng mga intricacies ng to. Parang ordinary lang na naglalakad sa Yamuna River tapos nagpapatunog ng flute niya na nai-enchant yung mga cowherd boys and the gopis. And then even Lord Brahma, the highest, yun nga yung the highest being, the most intelligent one, is naguluhan na inano niya, yun nga is tinesting niya na ito ba talaga yung kind of supreme na alam ko, nakakilala ko. Sige nga, gawin nga natin kung kaya niya. So, yun, andun yung challenging mood. Pero si Mother Yashoda, since she has a pure devotee of Krishna also, nung sinumbong ni Balaram na, oh, si Krishna, oh, kumain ng lupa. Tapos, hindi ako kumain ng lupa. Tapos, sige nga, tignan ko nga. Tinignan ni Mother Yashoda. Pagkatingin niyang ganun, nakita niya yung buong universe sa loob ng bibig. Tapos, nakita niya rin yung sarili niya na tinitignan yung bibig ni Krishna nasa loob. Tapos, sinake niya yung ano niya, hindi ito. Ano ba tong anak ko? Hindi. Iniisip niya pa rin, hindi, beloved ko to, darling of Vrindavan. Hindi niya inisip na, oh, ito ba yung, siya ba yung God or what or anything. Sabi nga daw, when your friends or your family or your loved ones, hindi mo kailangan mag-explain eh. Yun yung lagi kong natatanda. Hindi mo kailangan mag-explain sa kanila, kilala kanila and then tanggap kanila. Pero yung mga enemies mo, kahit mag-explain ka, kahit gaano katama yung explain mo, kahit gaano ka absolute, they will not accept you. Pero ganun si Mother Yashoda na whoever Krishna is, ganun yung mga mood ng gopis sa Vrindavan. Whoever, kahit ano pa man si Krishna, basta darling namin sila. Darling namin siya. Beloved namin siya. He is a darling of Vrindavan. So, yun yung tinatry nating i-develop also by learning in this Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita and how the devotee of Krishna is related to Krishna, how they relate their own nature and all. Kaya may mga gantong information na meron, hindi lang basta para sa devotee, is meron din para sa mga impersonalists na ginagawa ni Krishna ng paraan para maintindihan and then ma-hook up or magkaroon ng connection yung mga impersonalists na ito pala ang creation. Lahat ng nakikita nila sa material world na akala nila hindi related kay Krishna is related pa rin. Then when you appreciate that, you may have agyata sukriti or unknowing devotional service. And that's how Krishna purify all the living entities. And then sooner or later, we're hoping na ano tayo, maano tayo, ma-purify. So, ayun. And then, tingnan muna natin yung ano, yung 36 na na ano ko na nalampasan ko. So, the 36 is the great philosopher imagined that the complete planetary system in the universe are displayed of the different upper and lower limbs of the universal body of the Lord. So, yun na nga, ini-introduce tayo bago kasi nakaligtaan natin eh. So, ini-introduce tayo na ito yung papasukin natin na text. Yung mga philosopher imagine that the complete planetary system in the universe are displayed in the different upper and lower limbs of the universal form. So, pero sabi dito ni Lord Brahma kay Narada Muni dito sa text 40 and 41. My dear son, Narada, know from me that there are 7 lower planetary systems out of the total 14. The first planetary system, known as Atala, is situated on the waist. Second is Vitala, is situated on the thighs. And third, Sutala, on the knees. And the fourth is Talatala, on the shanks. And fifth is Mahatala. Fifth is Mahatala, on the ankles. And sixth, Rasatala, on the upper portion of the feet. And the seventh is Patala, on the soles of the feet. Thus, the Virat form of the Lord is full of planetary system. So yon, nandoon lahat naka-reside, even that lower planetary system, nandoon yung Patala is one of the hellish planet. So yon, nandoon, yun yung buong creation. Pero sinasabi dito sa purport ni Prabhupada sa text 40 and 41, all these planetary systems are scattered over the complete universe, which occupies an area of 2 billion times 2 billion square miles. The modern astronaut can travel only a few thousand miles away from the Earth, and therefore their attempt to travel in the sky is something like a child's play on the shore of an expansive ocean. The moon is situated in the third stratus of the upper planetary system, and in fifth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, we shall be able to know the distant situation of the various planets scattered over the vast material sky. There are innumerable universes beyond the one in which we are put. And all this material universe cover only an insignificant portion of the spiritual sky, which is described above as Sanatan Brahmaloka. So yon, at pahapyaw na sinasabi dito, although i-detail siya sa fifth canto ng Srimad Bhagavatam, yung lahat ng calculation ng layo nun, light years. May sabi dito na ano hindi totoong nagpunta tayo sa buwan. Kasi kung totoo, dapat ngayon nakabalik na tayo. Mas yung technology natin ngayon is mas advanced. Pero noon, 1969, nakapunta agad sa buwan with that kind of foam na suit. Ang sabi daw, bago ka lumabas sa stratosphere ng Earth, may part doon na even the most yung pinakamatigas na bakal is matutunaw doon. How much more yung mga aluminum na yan or yung sabihin nating matigas na bakal yung ginamit nila sa rocket ship. No, hindi mangyayari 'yon kasi sinabi na sa Bhagavatam na bago ka makapunta doon kailangan 16 feet na kind of bakal kaya niyan tunawin eh. Eh yung spacesuit na yung ano nung astronaut is foam lang actually, tela nga lang. And then salamin lang yung ano dito. So wala, matutunaw 'yon. Hindi kakayanin. So to go to the other planet is hindi by this kind of body. So merong way and then mag-meditate ka as a yogi and all, then you go that um, on that planet. So pagkapunta mo doon sa planet din, kailangan ganun din yung body mo. Kailangan, kunyari, katulad sa sun, pupunta ka sa sun, kailangan you have the fiery body. Kaya nga dito tayo na, nasa earth eh, katawang lupa. Eh, lupa din yung katawan natin. So, ganun. So, may mga clue na eh. Eh, ayaw lang nating tignan, ayaw lang nating pag-aralan, ayaw nating pakinggan. Pero, yun, what yung body natin is composed of this earth also. Yun nga, earth, water, fire, ether, and sound. So, space. Oh, 15. So, text 42. Others may divide the whole planetary system into three divisions, namely the lower planetary system on the legs up to the Earth, the middle planetary system on the navel, and the upper planetary system, Swarloka, from the chest to the head of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, ayun, ito na ngayon. Pero mayroong purport dito sa 41. Anyone who is not a devotee cannot enter into the kingdom of God. Only by attainment of a service attitude in the transcendental position can one enter into the kingdom of God. Therefore, the speculative philosophers as well as the mystics must first of all be attracted to the devotional cult before they can factually attain liberation. So yon, even do yung mga philosopher nga, para hindi na sila mag-speculate, pinoprovide to ng Srimad Bhagavatam. All this, yung pagkakagawa ng creation or yung buong creation is nandoon din sa loob ng sa body ni Krishna sa Mahavishnu. So, ganun kalaki. Ganun kalaki. Kung ano yung, yun nga eh, kala nating naisip natin na parang ordinary lang si Krishna na okay, he is just my order taker. Pagka hindi hindi dininig yung ano ko, yung prayer ko, walang Lord. Anyway, thank you very much for your kind listening. Radhacharan Prabhu, take it
Salamat
away.
na madami, Navadip Chandra Prabhu. Kita-kits tayo sa moon. Thank you very much, my dear ones. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, O glorious assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. So today, we will have those who are part of the fifth batch. Kita-kits tayo, 5 o'clock. I don't know, 9 o'clock, fifth batch. 9 o'clock in a few, yeah, after an hour. And tonight we will have also the Vaishnav etiquette by His Grace um, Maturnath Prabhu. And I believe there is also a kirtan for those who wants to listen to kirtan simultaneously. Thank you very much, Hare Krishna, Moksha Lakshmi Mataji, Rasarani Mataji, Stella Mataji, Makoy Prabhu, Oliver Prabhu, Paolo Prabhu, Jonah Mataji, Riza Mataji, Navadip Chandra Prabhu, and those who are watching sa atin Facebook Live. Hare Krishna. See you, everyone.